and you're wondering what exactly is this thing. Most people have never seen one of these. So those are very important to carry because, hello, welcome to WayPoint Survival. Today, we're gonna talk about what a 1920s hunter would carry in his lunch kit. Stay tuned. All right, well, it's been a long and cold winter. And you know, the larder's getting a little bit empty, and it's about time to go out and see if we can't find some game. Now today we're out here looking for perhaps some squirrels, perhaps some rabbits, and along with us today we've got this old Stevens Model 15. And this is a great little single shot 22, and we're just going to be looking around to see if we can find something, but we've also got our lunch. Now, you have to pardon me a little bit. I've had a bit of a cold over the last several days. You can probably hear that in my voice. But I'm just going to take a few minutes and I'm going to show you what a typical hunter's lunch kit would look like. I think you're going to find it interesting. There were some really neat ideas and things that they had that were available to them that we could still carry today. So let's get to that right now. Also, if you would like a larger rundown of the entire kit that I'm carrying, I can do that for another video, perhaps next week's video, if you're interested in that. So make sure and let me know. Before we go any farther, I want to remind you to make sure and sign up for the WayPoint Survival and Prepping 101 newsletter. And Bob Yeager and I are glad to bring that to you at least once a week, if not more often. And you do sign up for both of those when you sign up for either one of those. So if you unsubscribe from Prepping 101 or the WayPoint Survival one, you won't get either. So make sure you stay subscribed to that. Again, it's great information, and we're glad to bring it to you. It's free of charge, so make sure and sign up and take advantage of that. All right, so when we're out hunting and we're looking for a place that we want to sit and have a bit of lunch, we're gonna look for something like this back here where we've got some blowdowns, some old trees. Gives us a place to sit and rest and kind of lean our hunting piece against it so that we don't, you know, drop it under the ground to get it muddy and dirty, and keep it in pretty good shape. So we're gonna do that. Now perhaps you've seen me walking around with this and you're wondering what exactly is this thing, right? I mean, that looks pretty odd. Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's designed to be a walking stick. And you can see here on the bottom, it's got this right here, and then it has some metal pieces. And what this is a chair. So it's a walking stick that becomes a very comfortable seat. And you wouldn't have to have this, but if you're in rugged terrain and you're looking for an extra walking stick, you can also open it up like this and plant that down firmly into the ground and use it as something as a stabilizer to stabilize your shot. So this could be very important for that as well, but folds up very easy. It's made from wood. You can get an idea of what that looks like. So this is how it works. You plant it in the ground, it hits that wide metal plate, you open it like that, and it will hold itself up because it goes deep enough into the ground. And then you simply just take your seat on it like this, and using your legs as the other part of the tripod, it's actually very comfortable, and it ensures that you have a sturdy seat wherever you go. So this is something that you would see hunters carry or different types of sportsmen, and as a matter of fact, you can see this in some old movies where they had something very much like this. Golfers also use these, but it was just one way to get around not having a seat, as well as an extra way to carry a walking stick, so it kind of made it dual purpose. So if you'll notice, I am not carrying any kind of pack. Literally just a belt. We've got our main belt knife here, and like I said, if you want me to show you the gear I'm carrying, I'll be glad to do that. We've also got a bit of a box here that's got a couple of important items in it. But the bulk of what we're carrying, as many woodsmen did back in the day, we carry it in our pockets. So the first item that I'm carrying is very important. It keeps me from having to start a fire, is I'm carrying a thermos. And you can look here, it's made by Sears. This is very old. And when we take the top off here, you can see it's got a little bit of a wire handle there and a cork. And inside we have some delicious hot coffee. So that's going to be part of our meal that a man would carry, or a woman if they were out hunting. It would be a smaller one. There were much larger thermoses than these, but this is a small size. There is a glass liner inside here, so these are still safe to use even after well over 100 years. So that would be an important item. Now, one more thing, because this does have a glass inside, don't ever drop these. These are fragile and they will shatter. So you take good care of them, they'll last you for a very long time, but just a little extra info there. The next item that we're carrying is some deviled ham. Now, deviled ham was very big back in the day. As a matter of fact, this was invented 1850s, 1860s. And the reason it's called deviled ham is because of all the spices deviled into it, mixed into it. And it doesn't have anything to do with the devil, even though they've got a picture there. But yeah, so this was a very popular brand. There were several companies that made it, and you can still buy those today. The next item that we have for lunch, wrapped in some wax paper. You would get this from a local store, perhaps on your way out, but this is a wedge of cheese. So just a wedge of hard cheese, doesn't have to be refrigerated, and it's going to last a long time, doesn't have to be cooked, and it just stays nice and firm as it is, and very tasty snack, a lot of calories, a lot of good fat calories from that. In the other pocket, we have some bacon wrapped up in some more wax paper. We also have, in an old corn seed bag here, we have some fruit, and I'll show you what that is here in just a little bit. So those are very important to carry because, again, none of this has to be cooked, and being as it's chilly outside, you don't have to worry about refrigeration. This will last all day, and you can munch on it from time to time as you get hungry, eat what you wish at lunch, and you're good to go. This next item is very unique, and I'm going to show you what that's like here in just a minute, but you're really going to like what this is. Most people have never seen one of these. So here we have laid out the hunter's kit, and this would be very typical of what you might find as a hunter was going about for just a daytime, and this would be enough for a couple of small meals and hopefully keep him satiated while he's looking for something else out in the woods. All right, so we've got everything set out here on the log like we want it, and I'm going to look here at a couple of our items. First, of course, in this corn seed bag, we just have some dried apples. So you can dry these and make these yourself. Very simple to make at home, and was a staple of the frontier on into early hunting days. Even today you can get apples. They store well year-round. Just kept in a simple old cloth bag so they can breathe, and you keep this tucked away. It's super lightweight, but there's a lot of good nutrition in there, and of course vitamins and minerals and things like that that a person would need. Now these date back to the 1890s or so. This is a folding sandwich box. Like I said, a lot of people have never even seen one of these, but this is so your sandwich doesn't get crushed while you're out camping and backpacking. It's a really neat piece of gear. It has a lid, comes off of it, and inside you carry your sandwich. In this case, we only have a couple of pieces of bread. All right, so we'll set those right there for now. And then when you're done with this, this folds in. You fold the sides in like this, fold that in, this goes over top, and now you have a super flat piece that you can just stick back in your pocket. It doesn't take any room, and it's very lightweight. It doesn't rattle, and it's really, really neat. So super easy to use, and you just, again, fold the sides up like this, that up like that, and then the lid is designed to go over top to protect your bread, and it's a nice thing to store it in as well, but it keeps it from getting crushed. Nobody likes to get to their site and have their sandwich all smashed up. So a very convenient piece of kit for sure. All right, if we're going to make our sandwich here, we need to open this can. Now, there were different types of openers that were available, but today we're just carrying something simple from the house. Just a simple can opener, patented in the 1920s, and it pierces right here, and then you just use the handle to turn as you would normally. So let's try it out here and see how it works. All right, get that point in there just right and pierce it in there. And then we commence the turning. And look at that. Turning right on around. All right. Not bad. Not bad for tech that's over 100 years old. All right, let's see how this looks. All right, there you go. That looks nice. Perfect. All right, let's put it on our bread. All right, look at that. That's nicely spread on there. I'll set that back in the sandwich box for now, just for safekeeping. And then this, we can go ahead and we can put that down, keep that from getting all over everything. And then we can take our handkerchief and we can wrap the rest of this can in this, and that'll help keep it from spilling out. And then when we set it down in our pocket, we'll just set it in there really carefully so that it doesn't spill, and that'll keep for quite a while, just like that. So that's a good way to go ahead and pack that with us when we get ready. All right, our next item, we have some delicious cheese. You can get an idea what that looks like. And all we're going to do is we're going to take the pocket knife here and we're just going to slice off a few pieces. I'm going to lay them inside the sandwich. All right, just like that. That's pretty well done. And then again, we wrap up the rest of this and we keep this for later because we don't want to waste any food and make it hungry a little later on in the day. Next item that we're going to open up, and of course you want to save all of this wax paper because this is highly flammable and makes a good tinder, so you don't have to carry a bunch of extra tinder with you. And right here, as you can see, we have some delicious bacon, and we've got 4 pieces in here, and so we're going to kind of break it in half there and lay it on top of the cheese, and that's going to give us a nice layer of bacon now to go on top of the sandwich. All right, perfect. Now we've got about 1.5 pieces left for a snack a little later on. Roll it up well, fold it in, and we've got some extra food. Let's dig our sandwich out here. Get the other piece of bread, put it on top. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Take the blade here and wipe it off on the top piece of bread where we had all of that grease and oil. Of course, it's not going to make it rust, it's going to preserve it. But get all that off of there. Back in the pocket it goes. All right, well, it's time to enjoy our hunter's meal. And as you can tell, it's gotten dark on us. So technically this is not a lunch. This is actually supper. So it's about time to head in. But here we go with this fantastic looking sandwich. Let's go ahead and be thankful. It really does taste good. Very, very good. But we need some coffee. Oh, it's nice and hot. Wow. Oh yeah. And it's just black. No sugar, no cream. Boy, does that ever taste good. Out here, it's getting pretty cool. Now time for some of our apples. Really good. Everything just tastes better outside. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this little foray into the past. Again, I apologize that it's getting so dark, but I've been trying to wait for my sinuses and everything to clear up, so not quite so nasally. And anyway, but between that and everything else been going on today, took me a while to get out and get started filming. But you get the idea. Hopefully this is a help to you. Hopefully you enjoy it. And again, guys, like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate all you do for the channel. Thank you so much. This is James Bender for WayPoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure and check out the links in the description box below, just under the More button. While you're down there, you'll find the link for our WayPoint Survival digital class. This is where you can train in the comfort and convenience of your own backyard. The top 20 skills that we consider to be the most important from our Phase 1 Survival and Bushcraft class. You'll also find the link where you can sign up for the WayPoint Survival and Prepping 101 newsletter. Absolutely full of great ideas sent to your inbox at least once, if not more, a week. Bob and I are glad to bring that to you. Amazing articles filled with really good, valuable information that you're going to probably want to print out and keep. It really is that good. You'll also find the waypointsurvival.com link, and this is where you can sign up to take in-person classes here at our beautiful training facility in Southern Ohio. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so that you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.